Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. A couple things. As you can see from the episode, I'm going to show you the arcade cabinet. A lot of people ask me about my past videos on what is that arcade cabinet in the back. I'm going to get into it during the video. Please forgive me right now. The camera's a little shaky because it's kind of hard to hold the camera as well as show you the arcade cabinet. My fiance does towards the end come and help me with the video, and I appreciate her help with that. So you guys can take a look at it. Leave some comments down below. If you have any questions or suggestions or anything like that, leave them down below towards the end of the video. I definitely would appreciate it. Definitely. Next thing is the podcast. We're doing episode 7 tomorrow. And then, of course, it takes about a day or two or a couple of days for editing, you know, because it does take a while. We talk a lot. You can only imagine how much we talk. And it's just, you guys get a short snippet. It's like 2 hours you guys listen to. Try like 3.5 to almost 4 hours sometime. We all get into it. So I hope you guys are enjoying that, and if you do, definitely leave some comments. Talk to us. Comment on iTunes. Give us thumbs up, thumbs down, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. What do you suggest we should do? A couple of things will be pretty cool. The next thing is, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so I want to thank those who served. That's the first thing I want to put out there is those who serve our country. We really appreciate your sacrifice from being away from your families to helping our country. So I want to go ahead and go a shout out there too as well. This video is also a dedication video. I do bring it up during the video too. It's dedicated to EazyHax Forrest from sunny Houston, Texas. I love his videos, guys, and he does the RetroPie Toolkit and helps all of us RetroPie newbies out. If you haven't checked this channel out, I will link it down below so you guys can check it out because you guys are going to love it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. I have a couple things I want to say at the end, but let's go ahead and take a look at the video. Hey guys, hey everybody. So, here is the cabinet you guys have all been asking for. A couple of my friends on my podcast, and of course some of you guys, have asked me about this arcade cabinet you see behind. So this cabinet was an arcade cabinet called the Grid, and I converted it to be a Raspberry Pi cabinet. The cabinet cost me about $200. I got it from a guy who used to do arcades for like Dave and Buster's out here. This is an older version of RetroPie, so please forgive me if you haven't seen it the way it looks. It's not supposed to be certain ways. So, two things about this cabinet that you guys are gonna love. It has its own speakers. It has 2 on the top, which is Pioneer speakers from a car, and then of course it came with its own speaker at the bottom here. There's a speaker like a sub that's at the bottom here. Now, as you can see, it definitely came from a cabinet, and that's a 1 token play. So, why am I doing this? I'm actually doing a dedication video to somebody. I just saw one of my favorite YouTubers and a friend of mine, EazyHax Forrest. He did a great video on arcade guns. And I really gonna save up because I really want those guns for my arcade cabinet. This arcade cabinet is definitely a work in progress. So before I start the game, I'm gonna show you the guts. There is literally nothing inside this cabinet. Zero. Nothing. The only thing that's inside the cabinet, when you open the back, is an amp to run these speakers. That's it. And of course a power strip to do the power for my arcade cabinet. No, it doesn't have an on-off button. That was before its time, so I have to do a lot of modding to this cabinet. And I also want to do the arcade mode, or what they call that mode, for this cabinet. That'll be pretty cool. The only thing that this cabinet has is MAME games. Now it says it has 4,720 MAME games. It really doesn't, guys. And a lot of the games don't work. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, but it's a work in progress. So let's take a look at the guts. So please forgive my archaic style of the camera, only because I have to do it this way in order for us to get what we need. So I'm going to open it up. You can just pull this open, and you can look inside. It's a lot of hodgepodge wires, guys. I'm so sorry, but that's basically how it is to run this cabinet. Now, this is usually these right here are usually locking mechanisms that lock into this. I'm always going into it, so I never lock it. And there's my Raspberry Pi. It's Raspberry Pi 2. It doesn't really need a lot, doesn't need to go online or anything like that, so that's what it has. And it has a 128 gig stick. It has the controllers. One of them is here. I got it from Amazon for like $12. That was, and this was the easiest one. I couldn't believe this. I have another one that's here that controls the left side, and that will cost a lot more. It costs like $30. And I guess it's because at the beginning people were just going crazy, so it was like $30 for that. If I had to do it again, $12, Amazon, boom. All right. There's nothing in the middle down here. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. See, as you can see, there's nothing down here. There is an audio cable for the actual amplifier that's doing the speakers, and you're going to see that in a minute. So the unique thing I did to the arcade cabinet, I'm going to show you about that in a minute. Let me just close this up. Now, the sticks are custom. They are custom to the way I like it. I know that this stick should be on the left and that should be on the right. I like it this way. It's like head to head, you know what I mean? That's why it's cornered to this way, where a first player could sit here, and cornered to that way, where the second player can go there. It has 1 or 2 players for the start on each side, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to show you the other unique thing in a minute. This never came with this cabinet. I'm going to show you a picture of what the grid's supposed to look like, and you're going to see it pop up on the screen. So that's what it's supposed to look like. It has a trackball and all the other stuff. I took that out completely, and this is all custom done. Cut wood, plexiglass. I kept the screws. I try to make this as an arcade cabinet as much as I can. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and select a game. Let's do a basic one. Let's do Midway. See how I'm saying? It has multiple of the games, guys. Like I said, it's still a work in progress, so please forgive me. So I'm going to select that, and then the game is going to start in a minute. So how do you enter coins? You know, you got to get coins, right? So how are you going to do that? I'll show you how to do it. I kept the coin slots, and I put like microcontrollers that you use for the buttons. I still kept them, and all you do is you just hit this. See? Every time, and it's for both sides. I got both sides working. I want to put some lights in it, so it'll be pretty cool. I just got to figure it out first. Anyway, let me just show you that it works. So I'm going to hit this player. As you can see, it's really loud. Yeah, I kind of suck with the camera holding. Yeah, it's not gonna work well, guys. I suck when I'm holding the camera. All right, let me see if I can reset the game real quick so you guys can see it. Hold on. My favorite game of all time. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the Japanese version. So again, I'm gonna put the quarters in. Unfortunately, it's a 4-player game, so you can't just choose any turtle you want. You can only do from 1 or 2. So Leonardo, here we come. All right.
Iron. Hang on, April.
I love the American English they did. Hang on, April. Anyway, as you can see, the sound works really well. I mean, I could turn it up even more. Kind of don't want to. But as you can see, the arcade cabinet works really well. Alright, guys. Alright. So if I want to get out of the game, I want to choose another game. What you do is you're going to hold the 1-player button or the 2-player button. I usually do either or. And you just hold them down, both together with the arcade coin slot, and you're back to the normal settings. So that's my arcade cabinet. It still has a lot to do. It has a lot of work. I want the attract mode on here. That's what I was trying to say before. I wanted the attract mode on here. Less games. There's too much clutter on the games, guys. It really is. And I also want to put a power on and off button so I don't corrupt the SD card. And all in all, I will use the RetroPie Toolkit that EazyHax has made to work on my Raspberry Pi. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It needs a little bit more work, and I apologize. And the shaky camera work. My fiance came and helped me out, and I do appreciate her help. Believe it or not, I do. She does help me when she can for all our videos. She helped out with the Sega CD video, and she helped out with this video. As you can hear, my mic died. My Blue Yeti mic is dead. So I'm using the C920's, which is the camera I'm talking to you now. I'm using its mic. As you can see, it does the job, but not too well. So I'm trying the best I can, guys. I have to save up some money for it. As far as the arcade cabinet goes, I want to go ahead and update it, and I want to do a track mode. I don't know if it'll work on the Raspberry Pi 2, so I have to look into that too. I don't think it does. I'll take a look into it. And of course, the arcade games is 4,720, and that's ridiculous. I have to cut that down. But all it does is arcade games, so keep that in mind. Beside that, I wanted to bring out in a couple of weeks in June, towards the end of June, I'm going to be in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. I'm going to a small convention called TooManyGames. If you haven't checked it out, I will link it down below so you guys can go there and take a look. Those of you guys who are in the area, who are watch the show, or listen to our podcast and everything else, come say hi. I'll be walking around on the show floor, picking up retro games and stuff like that. Come over, say hi. That helps. I'm going to be shooting video for the show, for the Gamers Vault, so you guys can check it out. Either way, guys, I will see you next time on the Vault. Hopefully, I have a couple of other projects I'm working on, but again, money is always tight. All of us are project builders. Money's always going to be tight for us, so we're trying the best we can to finagle and pay our bills. Either way, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.